Hey everybody, Jeremy here from Nobot Studios. I'm back again with another Grit Fantasy RPG video. Today's topic will be the NPC Builder. Now this is the third builder out of 4 in the Grit Fantasy RPG book. And the builders are simply just a set of tables that are tools designed for the GM to quickly generate concepts and ideas to help out with game prep. It definitely speeds things up quite a bit. So for those who are not familiar with what an NPC is, it is a non-player character. And this is a character that is not controlled by players, but is in fact controlled by the GM. And they can take on a number of roles between being like an informant, a helpful figure who kind of can point them in the right direction or help them on their adventures by kind of strengthening the group, or they could be villains or adversaries that are part of the story. So the NPC Builder just helps you develop some ideas and a little bit more depth for these NPCs in a very fast way. So I'm going to move into the rulebook once again on the left-hand side here. And I'm just going to read this off. The NPC Builder. Use this builder to quickly generate an NPC. They do not have any lineage abilities or focus dice. For random NPC, roll on all 7 tables to generate a lineage, stat block, vocation, demeanor, condition, detail, and name. I know this is more than the other builders so far. You know, there's 7 steps, but it really does go quickly. And again, all these builders, you can pick and choose what you want to roll on if that's just too much for you, or if you're just looking for one thing out of these tables, you could do that too. So the first thing is just the lineages. It's the 12 that are available for characters. And the second one is the stat block. Now this is just a simple example that you could roll on. So it's weak, average, and strong. You could use a D6 if you wanted to produce these numbers for the stat block, or just pick one. When I'm making an NPC, I usually just pick one. And most of the time they're either average or weak. One that's strong may be one that you put in as a NPC that is part of the adventures, that is going to help bolster the strength of the group. Now number 3 is the vocation. So that's just kind of what they do for their livelihood, or what they're enacting in the game. The demeanor obviously is kind of their mental status, or kind of what their focus is on. Condition, which is number 5, it's just what state of being are they in right now physically. And then to the next page, you get into details, and these are just things that just stand out, very much like what you find in the character creation section. So that's a D20 table there. It gives you lots of options. And then the last one is just a name. And sometimes I use just the name for things. Like if I can't come up with an idea real fast, this name one is very handy. So I thought I would just roll out an NPC real quick here, just to show you how that goes, just like I've been doing with the other builders. So the first one is the lineage. And this would be for just a completely random NPC. Like, let's say the characters roll into town and they see this NPC in the village or the town. And this would be kind of what they run up against. So first one is Froome. I rolled a 4. I might as well roll the stat block. So I got a 3, so that's going to put me into average. I'm just highlighting these to show you. Okay, vocation. I'm going to roll a d20 here, and I got a 10, so he's a guard. Oh, And demeanor. Let's see what this guy's all about here. Or gal. Comical. All right. Comical guard. Condition. 5. Stunning. A beautiful mushroom creature who is comical. Interesting mix. Okay. Detail. So these are like all the other builders that I've gone over. I'm going to roll a d20 and then a d4, and that gives me the exact detail I'm looking for. I didn't even try to rhyme that, but it did. Okay, 7 and 4. So I've got an unpleasant aroma, which, you know, some mushrooms kind of have that musty smell, so maybe that's what's going on there. And then the name, which is a d12 and a d6. So I rolled a 6 and a 6. So that would be Slake. All right, just to recap this we've got a Froom with an average stat block, 051. That means 0 aspect, so there's going to be no plus or minus added to the rolls they make. 5 grit, which is their health, and 1 turn per round. They're a guard, comical, stunning. They have an unpleasant aroma, and its name is Slake. Okay, super fast. Again, like all these other ones. Another thing I wanted to talk about and how this can be used is for characters. So if you want a little bit of extra like kind of background information about the character that you're making, if you're a player, you could go ahead and roll on this stuff to kind of give you an idea of, you know, what your character is about. It could maybe help you in role-playing aspects of your character. It could also help you in maybe contacts and how you kind of relate to the community you're in. So vocation is perfect for this. Like maybe your character started as a farmer and then became an adventurer. You know, it can kind of add this little extra layer of depth for your characters, you know. Demeanor and condition could definitely, you know, add demeanor for sure, can add some kind of flavor for how you're going to play out this character in the game. And then condition is just, you know, another physical property to show what this character looks like or how they show themselves physically. And then the detail, that is just another thing that you can add. You don't maybe not need to do this because there's already something like that in place for in the character section. And then if you're really hard up for a name, you can't think of anything, either pick a name or just roll on this list and you have something to go with. So it just speeds things up. So again, these builders are multi-use and you can use that to kind of help out your character stuff. So that is the NPC Builder. Trying to think if there's anything else that I would add talking about this. But like I said, for myself, I don't always use everything on this NPC Builder list because sometimes I'm going at it with a concept in mind. So I'm not necessarily going for a random NPC. I'm going for a more specific thing. So I may already know the vocation and the lineage and kind of how tough they are, but maybe I want to get some extra little things to add, especially if it's like a villain or something, you know, like rolling that they're charming or nervous could really help you engage with that character. And then the details for sure, you know, like if they have colorful clothing or like a missing hand or a thick accent, like what are those details kind of add to your NPC? And I think that can really help you as a GM sort of with the role-playing aspect of them. So that's kind of how I approach it. You know, sometimes it's completely random, but a lot of times I just like go through and pick what I want out of this. So, and that is really all I wanted to say about the NPC Builder. There's not really much else to say. It's pretty self-explanatory. I just wanted to give this a little love and show people that this is a cool thing in the book that you can use. I'll probably go through the monsters section next. I'm going to go over monsters in particular and kind of what makes up a monster, and then I'm going to follow that up with the monster builder, because that's the last builder, and that is basically designing a custom monster. So you have a ton of monsters already in the book that are already preset and ready to go, but if you're up for creating a custom one, or if you roll a custom one on the encounter builder, then you're going to need to use the monster builder, and I just kind of want to go over that and how that works and all that stuff. So anywho, that is all I had to say for this video. Thank you again for stopping by and watching this video. I know I'm hammering these out quickly, but I want to get them out there for your reference. So anyway, have a good day, evening, morning, whatever's going on. I hope it's all well for you, and I'll see you soon, and roll those dice.